about in Shara Sinah, Orchot Tzadikim, the gate of hatred. So we got to work on not hating our fellow Jews and fellow creations. It says, Kol uman derech haolam, Kol uman soneh b'nei umnato. Midrash says in Parshat Tazria, the way of the world, every tradesman hates his competitors. Okay? So meaning that we know that a serpent was enticing Chava, right? For eating from the tree of knowledge. Hashem knows, says the snake, that if you're going to eat from the tree, you're going to be like him. And then he doesn't want that. So already from there, the Midrash says, you see that Hashem doesn't want another God. So therefore we see that anybody who has the same job as you, you despise them. So therefore the Gemara says that the Midrash is saying that you got to be careful. People in your same business, the barbers don't like the other barbers, the jewelers don't like the other jewelers, the doctors don't like the other doctors. You're getting in my way. The Gemara says that if you steal your friend's business, it's as if you slept with his wife. Meaning that's how personal people take their business. That a person who encroaches in somebody else's, let's say gevul ra'echa, right? The Torah says you're not allowed to encroach in your friend's boundary, and the Gemara learns from there also, you're not allowed to open business smack in the middle right next to his business. If it's a district, or if he gives you permission, fine. But in general, you have to approach the guy and say, listen, do you mind if I open you have a flower shop, can I open a flower shop next to you also? Do you mind? If he says, I mind, so you have to move out, you have to go farther away. You can't take his people and his business and his parnasa. There's enough money for everybody. Yeah, but now you're causing a bigger miracle. You're causing now the parnasa has to come b'shefa into this area to support both of you. You're causing more of a miracle to come out, right? So over there, a person has to ask permission. But naturally, you hate those people. Yeah, it says the however, a person has to know hating your fellow tradesman is extremely evil and vain. For once, must bear in mind that what? Don't worry. He's supposed to make what he's supposed to make. You're supposed to make what you're supposed to make. He cannot take $1 from you. If you deserve it, you're going to get it no matter what. No matter if you have 50 competitors in the same block. If you're going to get it, Hashem has many ways. So therefore he says, but the worst type of hatred, kashesh bahen, bnei adam son'im mochachihem, v'meyasrim otam leorotam derech yeshara. He says the worst of the different types of hatred, the most severe, is the hatred people have for those who reprimand and chastise them. That's called letzan. Letzan is a mocker, is a scoffer. And he, en lo halak right? There's chanfanim, flatterers. Right? You flatter the guy who makes business with you. Yeah, you're right. It's all these rabbis. They're all yeah, you're right. It's not really olam haba. Yeah, you're right. It's true. Yeah, we're all going to get them anyways. Yeah. He goes and he plays along with his jokes. Why? Because he wants to make money with him, right? So he flatters him. And then you have shakranim, people who are habitual liars. They always have a habit of lying. Mm-hmm. Then we have Misaprei lashon hara, is the people who speak lashon hara habitually. And finally is letzanim, is the scoffers. What do? You tell musar. You have to know there's olam haba. You have to know there's a judgment. You have to know that every mitzvah you do creates an angel. You tell them these things. What did he do in front of everybody? Da. Yeah, who went to Olam Haba came back. Binoi, come on, you all this. Every year you guys with the same shtuyot. Mivishni the Mashiach's coming now. This year, that's it. Geula. You know how many years I'm hearing the same thing? Come on already. So people hear this, they're like, well, I hear where he's coming from. It's a good question, So they're like, they're shaky now. The fire they would have got from the Torah, then now he extinguished it. So he says, not just that. He says he hates the one who gets rebuked. He hates the person giving him musar. It says the mochechlets, the person who you rebuke a scoffer. You're a fool because you're gonna get nowhere. It's gonna be opposite. He's gonna throw it in your face. He's gonna make you look funny. He's gonna ruin your stature amongst everybody else. So therefore, he says that's the worst hatred. He says you try to help him chozer b'tshuva, and he it's like the Misal Shaim says it's like a shield. Rub with oil. Every arrow you shoot, it goes that way, it goes this way, it doesn't penetrate. Nothing penetrates this guy. As it says, San'u b'shar mochiach. He says the hatred, where is it? It's in the gate of those who reprimand. People who reprimand, there's a certain gate of hatred that they receive, right? And there's a hatred even more evil than this, is the people who hate doers of good, oseh tova, or faith tzedek. The doers of good and pursuers of righteousness, right? And many times I experienced this. I remember I told one guy, listen, your Mishnah Barach is too long. You give him Mishnah Barach, and the guy get Aliyah. You give him Mishnah Barach for his father, his brother, his this. I'm like, listen, you can't do 10-minute Mishnah Barach after the Aliyah. It's not here. It's a different place. He's like, listen, when I make, in front of everybody, when you make your speech shorter, I make my Mishnah Barach shorter. So in front of everybody, he teaches everybody how to talk like this. I'm like, whoa, what did I do to you? Why are you like this? And I realized from then that he always said something. He doesn't like that somebody tells him what to do. He's this type of guy. So he always has to put everybody in their place, There's some people in shuls like that. That's what it is. The rabbi said, and we're not allowed to bring coffees into the room. New rule. So everybody, he had problems in school also. He didn't like rules. So now in shul, the same thing. No, rabbi, I bring coffee. What are you going to do? Oh, sorry. Every day, Nazlo, on purpose, he brings coffee. Why? Because nobody will tell him what to do. I don't like people on top of me. I don't like people rebuking me. And there's a certain hatred, he has certain klipas. Something happened to him in his life. He has some roughness to him that he brings everywhere he goes. These guys need tikkun. You have such people. He says, those who walk in this path hate Hashem because they hate those who love Him. How can you hate Hashem's children? The people who represent this Torah, you hate them? That means you hate Hashem. They hate the Torah, the mitzvot. They say, these religious people, you see, these rabbis, they get caught on these scandals. You see, always the bigger the beard, the bigger the ganav. You see how much the nonsense that's going on. All these mitzvot, Torah, get you nowhere. They despise and they hate those who fulfill them. Says the sages in the Gemara. The what? If you want your friend to hate you, visit him always. If you want to love you, visit him infrequently. Right? Because if you make your foot dear in your neighbor's house, he'll love you. But if he becomes satiated with you, he'll hate you. So therefore, us to know that sometimes these people, they feel you're getting too much into their business, getting too much into their house. So it's like you're in their house. If you're in their house, get out of here. What are you doing? You're telling me what to do. Too much in my life. He said, in general, whenever you hate somebody, the face is like a pre'amayim. The horse looks at the water and he sees himself. And the way you give countenance to somebody is the way you get it back. When you hate somebody, they're going to hate you back. They're going to feel it. There's like this energy in the air. They're going to feel it and they're going to give it back to you. You're only doing worse to yourself. It says, Amnon. Amnon, Amnon, what happened? He despised her with great hatred. His hatred for her was even greater than the love he had for her. So you see that he had a lust for her, and then after he got his lust over with, and then Torah says he hated her tremendously. He hated her so much more that more than he loved her before. That's how much he hated her. Why? It's because afterwards his love turned his hate that was stronger than the original love. Rashi says because his love did not endure because he was only motivated by lust. And once he satisfied that desire, the love was gone and it was replaced by hate. So you see that a person who loves someone else has to love them altruistically, nothing to do with the tuleh b'davar. If your hate love is dependent on something, the second it goes away, it's not love anymore. And then Chas v'shalom, she did something back to him, right? She castrated him, the Gemara says. So that's the even bigger reason why he hated her. But to show that a person, if he doesn't work on it, naturally, that's what's going to happen. Naturally, a person can feel all these feelings and have a hatred for another person. You have to be careful who you get advice from, because you can't trust a hater or enemy. As it says in Mishlei, Nahatarot neshikot soneh. Excessive are the kisses of a foe. And if he's somebody, he come and help you, he's kissing you. Why are you kissing me too much? What's going on? Because he's a foe. He wants to tell you bad. He wants to tell you bad advice, and he wants to tell you to make you fall. Chas v'shalom. So he says, even though you can show love in their words, he comes and he massages you. He comes, how are you? Everything's good. But really, what is he doing excessively? Listen, I don't have a relationship with you. Why are you giving me all this love? He's a chas v'shalom. Could be he's a hater. He smooths over his talk and talks gently to you. Don't incline your heart towards him. Because it says the pasuk, Hanen kolo al ta'amen bo, ki sheva ta'ayvot. Do not, when he makes his voice ingratiating, do not believe him, because there are 7 abominations in his heart. Like Yoav showed Avner ben Ner, and Amasa ben Yeter. peace and love until he killed them. Right? Ishmael ben Netanyah, the Tzom Gedalia, what was it? They made a meal. Ishmael made a meal with him, and he said, "Oh, let's be friends, whatever." And then he killed him at the meal. This guy randomly, why you call me, make me a meal with me? What do you want something from me? I understand. That's how you have to think. The Torah says to be Tam, right? Yaakov was a simple man. Tam, right? What does simple mean? Simple means be straightforward. Meaning, if listen, you go to a guy and say, do business, I make money, you make money, I'm not going to hide anything from you. People who are Reshayim, they're like this. They think they have to be like this. So if you see a guy comes out of nowhere and says, I want to be your friend, and this, come, you want some information from me. There's some people, they told me, people invite some people for Shabbat just to get information from them, just to hear stories. Oh, let's invite so-and-so. Why? He'll think we're being his friend, but we're going to download some information from him. We're going to, what's going on over there? Tell me about this story over there. You know anything? They're playing. And what? He showed, this so-and-so invited me to their house. Wow, it's so nice. He goes simply like he's winning his friend. He doesn't realize he's using him. He's using user 1, user 2. So if we say sometimes hatred is a mitzvah, like hating a wicked person who does not accept a reprimand. What does it mean to hate? To hate means that you don't associate with them. You're not allowed to go and start beating up and cursing off somebody who's a rasha. Rasha means you just distance yourself from him. You don't have anything to do with him. Like people who get in cherem, chas v'shalom, right? You don't get counted for minyan. You don't accept the kids in school. You don't do business with them. Sometimes you have mitzvah to distance yourself from them. Don't say hello to them. To show them they're not doing something right. They're doing something wrong. And he says that's a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah to show that we don't associate with such people and that we don't accept such things. But never do we say hurt somebody, beat somebody up, curse them off, cause them damage. Just distance yourself from them. Why? Because we have to know that we have to stand up for the words of the Torah. In the end, the Jew, what is the sign of a Jew? One great principle is you must hate every manner of falsehood. The more you hate the falsehood, the more you love Torah. As it says, one must love truth and peace. As it says, Amen, Veshalom, Ahevu. Love and truth, and it's a love, truth, and peace. So the person has to always stick to that. Whoever's not on that, push them away. Whoever's on that, make them together and closer and closer. B'ezrat Hashem, we should not have hatred, any hatred among us.